Here's a total body workout that you can do from the comfort of your home. We're going to start by doing a few stretches. The first one is a hip flexor stretch. So you're going to set up by placing one knee on the ground and the other leg in front. The area you're stretching is what I just pointed at. Now you're going to stay in this position and take 5 big deep breaths. Alright, so you're going to breathe in from your nose and expand your stomach as much as you can, and then breathe out. Once you've done 5 on one leg, switch legs and do the same on the other. Now the second stretch is a glute stretch. So you set up in this position with one leg in front and get your back leg as far back as you can. Make sure that you keep your spine straight. So think of pushing your chest out and folding your shoulders back. Here's a side view of what it looks like. Notice how I've taken my back knee as far as I can, and the areas I just pointed are the areas that you should be feeling the stretch. Now same thing, you're gonna take 5 deep breaths in the first position, then you're going to rotate like I just did and take another 5 deep breaths. Remember to fill your belly. Once you're done with one side, you're going to do the same stretch on the other leg. And then we're going to do a groin stretch. So you get on your knees and get your knees as far apart as you possibly can without hurting yourself. Keep your hands stretched out in front, and then you're going to reach across like I just did and turn up and rotate out as far as you can. You should feel a really good stretch in your groins as well as your upper back. So you're going to do 5 of these movements with one hand, and then while you stay in the same position, you're going to do 5 of them with the other hand. Now the next stretch is a hip opener. You'll feel a bit of a stretch on your hamstring as well. So you set up in this position, you keep your hands under your chest when you start, and then you're going to sit back as far as you can. Now remember, the knee that's on the ground and the leg that's put out to the side, both should be in one straight line. You're going to push your hips as far back as you can 5 times, and once you're done doing that on one side, you're going to put the other leg out and do 5 on the other side as well. Once we're done with the stretches, we're going to start with a bit of core training. The first exercise that we are going to do in core training is the front plank. So you just get into the position that I have. Make sure your elbows are under your chest. Now some of us, when we do the plank, we tend to drop our hips down low like that. So don't do that. And some of us, we take our hips a little bit higher. We curve our lower back, or we put our hips high up in the air. Now none of this should be done. We should maintain a nice flat position. Keep your core tight, tuck your butt in, and stay firm for a good 30 seconds. Now some of us might find that too easy, in which case we can lift one leg up to make it a bit harder, do 15 seconds on one leg, and then switch over to the other leg for the remaining 15 seconds. Once we are done with the front plank, we are going to move into the side plank. Right? Now same thing in the side plank, make sure your elbow is under your body. Don't leave it far away from your body. This can injure your shoulder. So once you've got into the right position, you're going to lift your hips off the ground. Make sure you push your hips all the way up. Now again, don't push your butt out, and neither should you bring it too much in front. Make sure you maintain a neutral position. Your body is in one nice straight line. Now you're going to hold 30 seconds on the left and then 30 seconds on the right. After that, you're going to go back into the front plank, and we're going to do 3 rounds of front plank, side plank, side plank. Right, now that we're done with core training, we're going to move into power training. For power training, what you're going to do is 10 explosive jump squats. Jump as high as you can and land softly and firmly. Once you're done with that, we're going to move on to the strength training exercises. The first exercise you're going to do are push-ups. Now when you do push-ups, make sure you go all the way down. If you can't do these push-ups, then you can place your knees on the ground to make it a little bit easier for you. Once you're done with 10 reps of the push-ups, you're going to move on to glute raises. So you drive your heel into the ground and lift your butt up. Make sure that you place your foot a little bit in front of your knee like I have. Now if you find the normal glute raise too easy, I'm going to give you a way to make it harder. But really make sure you squeeze your butt up there for about 2 to 3 seconds. Now if it's too easy, like I said, you can do a single leg glute raise, in which case you're going to do 10 on your right leg and then 10 on your left leg. Next, we're going to go into a one-arm row. Now for this, you will need a small backpack. You can use your school backpack or any other bag that's lying around at home. In order to make it heavier, you could add some books, a bottle of water, or if it is a bag that can put even a rice bag in and you can lift it, then you can do that. Now once you've done 10 on each arm, you're going to move on to squats. Now when you do squats, we keep our feet shoulders width apart or slightly outside our shoulders. And when you squat, you want to go slightly below your knee level. Here's what it should look like from the front. So always make sure that your knees don't cave in or come in when you are squatting. Now if you find bodyweight squats to be a little too easy, you can add a little bit of weight. If you don't have weights at home, again, you can use a backpack. You can hug onto the backpack. You can fill this backpack with books, water, or even a bag of rice. Anything that can make it heavy. Once we're done with the squats, we're going to move into bicep curls. Once again, you can use a weight in order to support you to do this bicep curls. The weight is going to make the exercise a little bit harder for you. Now the final exercise is the tricep curl. Once again, you can use the bag for this. Now once we are done with 10 reps of this exercise, we are going to repeat the whole round once again. That means we are going to start again from the jump squats. That means we're going to do 10 jump squats again, 10 push-ups once again, 10 glute raises once again, 10 one-arm rows on each hand once again, 10 squats once again, 10 bicep curls once again, and 10 tricep curls once again. And then we're going to repeat that entire round one more time.